Hi again, fellow lights and light travelers. Welcome again to Light Journeys Tarot. So this week's reading came through and it seemed to bring a message from Spirit about alchemizing discomfort. So those moments that are hard for us to process, it's inviting us to work through them. I want to caveat, at no point is this medical advice. If you ever are feeling in distress, by all means, please do, go meet with a doctor, a therapist. There's wonderful EDMR therapy, there's like tapping therapy, whatever you are comfortable with. Spirit just wants you to be able to move through and heal through these things and learn and grow and evolve as a soul and step into your highest self. So sending you forward with light, with lots of good intention, and by all means do reach out to a professional if you do need help. And with that, I hope you enjoy this week's reading. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I look forward to seeing you all next week. If you do please like, subscribe, share this, please. And yeah, I appreciate you being here. I appreciate your energy, and I look forward to seeing you next week. And if you want a personal reading, they are available on Etsy. Talk to you later. Bye. Hello, fellow lights and light travelers. Welcome again to Light Journeys Tarot. I appreciate your time here and your energy to connect. This is a reading for the collective. Let's see what Spirit brings through. Queen of Cups, King of Swords, and the Devil. All right, let's see what this message holds. So the Queen of Cups, right? This is often nurturing, feminine energy. Forgive me. This is intuition, compassion. What I always feel when I see these is an overflow. So let's see what I'm connecting. The first thing I'm drawn to is the swan. It feels, the little lines here, I'm feeling like gliding, flowing, which is, again, the feeling I was getting was this overflow, this abundance. This feels like intuition and feminine energies are flowing strongly right now. So everyone in this collective are feeling more in tune and having an overabundance, but not in a bad way. Like you're feeling more tuned in than you ever have before. This could be due to the 1111 portal that came through. This could be due to this time of year, the thinning of the veil. This could be due to the fact that the collective conscious is growing. So people are getting more in tune with, reading energies and recognizing energies. So there's this overflow, but it also feels very caring and nurturing and loving. So, I'm kind of drawn to the pinks in this. This feels like love. This feels nurture. This feels care. This feels tender. This could be telling you that you're feeling, that heart chakra energy. Sometimes it can come across as green. Sometimes it can come across as pink. So to lean into your heart, to let your heart lead you. To become one, right? So this is overflowing, and then, she's sat within it. Her feet are immersed in it. It's like she is a part of this. There's a connection with this overflow and this river of intuitive flow emotions. But this feels like you're a swan gliding on the lake. So this is not anything that is causing turbulence or disruption. This is, I am flowing with these emotions, with these feelings. I'm in tune. I understand. Yes. So yeah. So like the swords is your thoughts. This is speaking to, having leadership. The kings often denote, that leadership. So this is being ambitious, leadership, bringing in creating, manifesting these goals that you have in your life, you know? It could be intellectually or in other ways. Let's see what I'm feeling. The first word that came in my head is crown chakra. So this collective that is being drawn to this video, I'm feeling is extremely intuitive, and your crown chakra is open. This feels like your mind is clear right now. This is you stepping into a position of leadership. But this feels more, I mean, it could be right in other ways, but what I'm feeling is this like spiritual leadership. You're shining your light. So I'm drawn to this again. So it's a bright open, but it's also shining your light. You're connecting through, and this feels like your crown and your heart are connected, right? This is where your light is coming from. So you could also be, you know, claircognizant and clairsentient, right? So this could be, this group is, those are maybe some of your stronger gifts. Also kind of the way he's splayed open, you know, his legs are kind of seated. He's taking up the whole breadth of the chair. So this means, you know, it is okay for you to hold your space, to hold your ground, to take your space. And this doesn't mean, right, because this is connecting back with the heart. This doesn't mean that you're being aggressive about this. This is like saying you're stepping into your power. You know, you are connected. You are a light with energy and messages that you want to share. And this could be, you know, being a light in this world, sharing your ideas, sharing your wisdom, sharing your heart, you know, sharing that community and the space. This feels very much like in command of and focused on connecting spiritually. So the eyes were pulling me in, and he is focused. So you are focused, you are connected, you are having an overflow of intuition, and you're stepping into these abilities. And I also see it kind of like flowing out. It looks like it's both coming in and going out, right? So there's this connection to the higher dimensions. All the different energies are flowing through you. Like there's this air quality here. So you're feeling very surrounded by it, right? And grounded within it. So that's good. There's air, there's connection, there's the crown chakra, there's the heart chakra, there's an overabundance. You are very spiritually gifted is what I'm seeing within this. So with the devil card, this is like sometimes addictions, vices, things that are you feel they're controlling you, right? Things that you feel you have no control over, but you do, right? This is like thought process. So this is inviting you to take a look at what vices you feel maybe what you feel has control, to release and to kind of step back into that power, you know, to know that you are full of heart. You are, you know, very open in your crown chakra and in your heart chakra. And these things don't control you. So, you know, take a look at anything that you might, you know, feel like self-sabotaging, right? This is showing that you are more powerful than perhaps you thought you were, and you're more tuned in than you were aware that you may be. So this is, you know, gently inviting you to kind of take stock of what old programming, what old sabotaging, self-sabotaging thought processes no longer serve you, so that you can step more and fully embody these energies that are you. This is not you. This is a part of you that was, you know, indoctrinated, or, you know, you were raised as such. You're asking to step away from this. They're saying, you know, you had lessons to learn from this. There was things that you had with this, but it's time to self-assess and release yourself from this, you know, bondage of these old thought patterns. I'm actually going to pull some cards to expand upon this a little bit more, to see if I can get a little bit more information. feeling pulled. Okay, so we're expanding upon the Devil card. Let's see. We got the Ten of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords, and the Nine of Pentacles. So, right, the Ten of Pentacles is normally like your full potential. So this is kind of telling you to, you know, step into your full potential, right? This is even showing you all this potential that you have within you. The Knight of Swords, right? This is showing being ambitious, fixated on your goals. So this is two things, like maybe that vice is feeling controlled, or it's asking you to release and like still create those goals. Release that old negative self-talk and, you know, step into those goals. And, you know, again, remember, this is achievement. This is full potential. This could even be financial abundance. So, you know, release that self-sabotaging talk, you know, and step into this. And with the Nine of Pentacles, right, we have reward and luxury. So I feel like in releasing that self-sabotaging and stepping into trusting your intuition and, you know, knowing that you're connected, you know, trusting the ideas that come into you, trusting your flow state. I'm feeling a lot of flow here, both with the water and with the air, right? There's a lot of connection here. When you release that self-sabotaging, when you look at what it is that you need to let go of, you are going to bring in a lot of goals, financial abundance, you know, completion of things that you want. There's going to be a lot of success coming in for you. So just work on releasing this so that you can bring this in. All right, so I am going to pull an oracle card and let's see what else comes through from Spirit. I'm curious. I kind of feel pulled to do the Wisdom of the Shadow oracle deck. So let's see what comes through. Discomfort. Interesting. So this might be touching on that, but we'll see. Let's see what the book has to say. All right. I sit with the wisdom of my discomfort and receive the deep medicine that it has to offer me. So it says heart on fire. Oh, interesting. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, so this may be speaking to this, but then, you know, that overflow of your heart, right? There was a lot of heart energy coming in here. All right. Head swirling. Wow. So the heart overflowing in the head, the heart and the head. Thank you, Spirit. I love when Spirit's like on point like that. Thank you, Spirit. Heart on fire, head swirling and emotions spiraling, burning up inside, letting it burn, holding it with tender care. Ease, support, gentleness, embracing the pain, watching without looking away, accepting, listening, medicine. Okay, so when discomfort arises, how do we greet it? Are we willing to sit and let it speak, or do we rush to fix it or change it? How we are willing to be with our discomfort, listen to it, feel it, receive insights from it, all set the tone for how we embrace our wholeness, our lives, and our wisdom. If life were always comfortable, we would lose out on valuable opportunities to change, to grow, and to explore ourselves. So there is that self-assessment that was needing to come through, but it's asking you to, because it's going to bring about that growth in a beautiful way. When we can embrace the little discomforts that come up in life, we develop a resilience to withstand the intensity of their pull. When we can hold discomfort as it is, we can prevent ourselves from getting lost in spirals of angst, doubt, chaos, fear, uncertainty, or shame. We are invited to lean in and approach it with curiosity and the steady heart of compassion. So this overflow too could be in this taking the time to take inventory of the things and those, you know, self-sabotaging things that you're doing and those things that you need to let go of, to show yourself that overpouring of compassion as well. As compassionate as you are to others, do so for yourself, you know, and connect them with that wisdom that you know you have, that heart energy that you know you have. I'm going to reread this. I can't remember if we did. We invited to lean in and approach it with curiosity and a steady heart of compassion. We can look at discomfort like a part of us who is asking for something to be different, who just wants to be heard. Notice the wide range of possibilities of discomfort: physical, emotional, mental, energetic, when being vulnerable, or when around a certain person, energy, or place. Consider a way to repattern the way you meet discomfort. Notice any tendencies to turn away, ignore, or fix certain layers of discomfort. Notice any feelings that arise when reading about discomfort. Contemplations. When I sit in stillness right now, do I notice any discomfort? How do I greet discomfort when it comes up? What thoughts do I have around preferring comfort over truth? The ritual, okay? Sit up straight. This is your choice. You can do this or not. Align with your posture as much as you can. Make it very active and intentional. Seat energetically. Begin to invite your awareness about something that feels uncomfortable. Notice, bring awareness into your body. Notice where you feel it. Notice what other feelings come up. Notice your instinctual response. And then sit with the discomfort without changing it or turning it away. Hold it for a few moments, and then ask it what it wants to share, where it comes from, and what it would like. Thank yourself. Thank the discomfort for its wisdom. All right. So interesting, beautiful. So this is, telling you, you're being invited to assess what is causing you discomfort, what vices, what self-sabotaging, to trust your heart energy, to pour that into yourself, to trust your connection, to know you're divinely protected, to know that you're loved, to start with that self-love, right? And in doing so and working through this, right, it's going to open up all these beautiful things. Doing this work is going to invite in so much more flow, right? We're seeing that flow. So this is beautiful. This is an invitation to self-assess, to self-love, to realize your power, and to, pick up what any lessons that, your heart, your body may be trying to show you. And, know that it's going to be okay. And in doing so, you're going to open up a world of, success in various ways. So, doing the self-work is going to open up beautiful chapters for you. So if this resonated, do please leave a like, share. Thank you for being here again. If you're interested in a personal reading, I do so on my Etsy, link in bio. You also have here on the video the connection, and right now I am running a sale. So please do check it out. I appreciate you all being here. I hope you have a wonderful week. Sending you lots of light, and thank you. Bye.